All right, so when dating black women, especially the Americanized or the westernized black female, is you're in a constant, a lot of times with many of them, you're in a constant state of walking on eggshells because you don't know how something that you're saying might be perceived in a certain way based upon her own personal insecurities, trauma, or personal experiences, right? So, and they have these issues psychologically due to how they've allowed themselves to receive all these different notions about their hair texture or their skin tone or their facial structure or features or what have you, racial, basically racial features, right? As being, and it's not only black women that have this issue where it's like you're constantly walking on eggshells with them, but this is more so a thing with them than it is with everyone else, based upon their own insecurities of how they look in comparison to women of other races, right? So this dude right here, I already skipped past it because I wanted to get to the core of the point. The chick all the way in the back, I'm sure many of y'all already seen this, but the chick all the way in the back, he told her what he didn't really like her because her hair was short. And for a certain sector of black people, really a lot of black females, they are heavy on this featureism, texturism shit, even though, and they project it onto black men like it's black men who have this problem. But I don't know if any of you cats grew up in the public school system and things of that nature, or you've been on Twitter. These chicks are really held on dark skinned dudes, right? But they project it like it's you who, who is the source of this issue. Now, how she perceived what he stated. Matter of fact, let's just get into the video. Let's get into it.
I'm Sandy, I'm 33. And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon? I ended up popping it because you're attractive, you got it going on. But that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know.
Now, why did this dude's mother catch a stray? Why did his mom catch a stray like that for? Right? What did his mother have to do with any of this? Is because she's perceiving his comment as being a racial thing or a featureism thing that's based upon race, when all he really said was he doesn't like short hair. Right? He just doesn't like short hair. I'm pretty sure the guy, it could have been a white chick standing there with bone straight blonde hair in her head, fresh off the Caucasus Mountains, right? With bone, with bone straight hair in her head, but it's in a short cut, right? It's the part of it being in a short cut that he was addressing, not the texture of the hair. But in her mind, she automatically translated this as he does not like he doesn't like black women hair texture. He doesn't what they call the 4C, and that's the thing. How did they even come up with all of this? It goes to show you how deep that insecurity is. Where they come, I don't know if they came up with a chart or some shit like that, but they came up with this thing where they figured out how to categorize every strain or different hair texture. I think it's 4C and all the other. I don't know what the others are, but it's usually those chicks that deal with the most insecurity and they're the most easily triggered about their hair texture. Once again, he never said anything about the texture of her hair. You can have a large afro and have long hair. You can have dreadlocks, right? 4C texture and have long hair. He just said he did not like short hair. She interpreted it as you don't like kinky hair. And it's her own insecurity that's reinforcing her perception of things, of reality. Right, let's continue. And she doesn't understand that.
What to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly. And that was just like too much for me. So I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
And that's the thing, she's really firmly standing on this. It never crossed her mind. It never even came to thought that he's just saying he does not like short hair. I've seen short hair on women of all races. I just don't like the way that it looks personally. Now, I didn't really have an issue with the chick's hair that he was talking about like that, But I think even she talked about her own hair and that it was like, I think she was, and because Only Logical, he did a video on the chick where she, turned out to have been a reformed bed wench. But I think even she talked about her hair and how she was doing some strange shit with it. And when you look at it, you could tell, she's not really styling her shit up right. You see what I'm saying? She was raised by a white chick in the white community, so she ain't really, she ain't really styling it like that. But let's continue, man. I think kind of going on.
Okay.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't matter. It's about.
Now you hear that? He said, "Look, my mom's on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair. What are you even talking about?" And she immediately, she immediately shot that point down, even though that was basically the basis of how she went at him, to attack his mother's hair. Now they understand that. Look, my moms don't have short hair. He never said my moms don't have nappy hair. He says he doesn't have short hair. I seen many black women with kinky hair that's long, or dreadlocks long, right? Like but again, when you're dealing with them, this is what I mean when I say it's like you're walking on eggshells, because you don't know what might trigger a black female to start going the fuck in on you. Like for seemingly from your perspective for no reason, because you meant something one way, but her insecurities is causing her to perceive whatever you did or said in a whole nother way, because she's living life through her insecurities. She's dating and interacting with men and women through her insecurities, right?
But it's about who you are as a brother. Hair don't make your personality. You dig me? It's about who you are. If you confident with short hair, long hair, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of girls that do have long hair, hairs be thin. I have a salon. When I was 16, I brought my mother a salon with my business that I do. So yeah, I have dealt with so many different type of hairs. Shout out to my mom. Captivate.
Listen to her again. I have dealt with so many different types of hairs. Certain chicks with long hair, it be thin. This and that and the other about hair, because she's talking about texture. She's talking about that nappy, coily, kinky 4C hair texture. She's not really addressing what he actually had an issue with, because that once it went into her ear, her mind computed it and plugged it in to her insecurity. So it came to her in a totally different manner in which what he probably actually meant. Right? Matter of fact, the chick right next to her, if you're looking closely, the chick right next to her seems to have nappy, kinky hair, but it seems to be a bit lengthy. He did not say to her anything about her hair. Also, she was the first chick in line. This chick right here had been holding this in. She been waiting to go off on this dude ever since the beginning. All because he don't like short hair, man. And look, with these chicks, if you ever watch these pop the balloon shows, which I kind of like, I got tired of seeing that shit because it's like whatever. But these chicks be going the fuck in on them dudes, man, for some of the simplest, pettiest shit. And they really be trying to go in on them. They really be actually trying to poke at these guys and see if they can, I don't know, get a reaction or berate him on camera or whatever the case may be. Like a lot of times a black female, she gets off on rejecting or tearing down other black men, right? A lot of these chicks, they talk about, oh, how come dudes ain't hollering anymore? And here's the thing. It's not that they want you, but they want dudes to holler, right? They make these videos on TikTok complaining about why guys don't try to holler, why dudes don't walk up on them or approach them anymore. I don't know if you're all familiar with those videos. And it's like, it's not so much that they really want the men, is that they want a batch of men that they can reject, right? It fulfills them. It fulfills their insecurity. Right, being able to shoot you down and shoot this guy down and shoot that guy down. Right, but let's continue.
The styles in the building, Philly, we here. But what you said it's just not for me. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. Okay.
Sounds triggered.
It's not triggered.
First,
Now she's saying it's not triggered, but clearly anybody watching this can see that she's certainly triggered. She's very hurt. She like this. That pissed her off, and she got pissed off most likely for the wrong reason. Why? Once again, because of her perception of what he said is rooted in her own personal insecurities. Right? What he actually said went in one ear and it came out the other in a whole different way than what he actually stated. She translated it to herself to mean something that he probably did not even mean. Right? People in their insecurities, you could do or say anything around someone who has an insecurity about a thing, and the way that they react to you is not a lot of times based upon what you did or said. It's based upon their insecurity influencing how they perceive what you did or said, right?
well, I didn't say the hairstyle she had was not good.
You said white girls with long hair. That's not right. You should never said that at all. As a black brother.
Now he's not. See, he's kind of in a clumsy way trying to explain what he meant. He's trying in a clumsy way. He's kind of, because he doesn't know the lingo about these chicks and their obsession with their hair texture and features or whatever. So he said he's trying to say, like, look, it's not about the style. What he's trying to say is not about the texture. It's not about the look or the appearance of her hair texture. It's about it being short. She cannot get that. She doesn't understand that because she's totally blinded by her personal feelings and insecurities and things that she's seeing online with these little chicks, content creators on YouTube, where they're, ad nauseum going over their hair texture and how to do this and how to, what's so crazy? These chicks been making these videos for the past 10 to 15 years. It's like, wait a minute. Y'all ain't figured out this simple shit yet. Because that insecurity is so deep, it's not a discussion that they could ever really get over. They can never really get over this as a collective.
You should have kept that as what it was. You should have just said, you're not just my type. But hair is a different. You can't talk about hair. If you want hair, go get what you want. If you want Becky with the long hair, go get what you want. Don't talk to black women up here about hair.
See that? Now you see what she's doing once again. She's blatantly and clearly making it a racial thing. He did not walk up to her and say, I don't like black women's hair. I don't like nappy hair. I don't like kinky hair. I don't like this texture. That's not what he said. He said short hair. She's saying black women, see what I mean? Like, you cannot. So now imagine trying to date a chick like this, where you're trying to have a serious relationship with a chick like this, and you never know what might cause her to flip the hell out. Because her brain is not functioning on the level to be able to compartmentalize what she's hearing or what she's experiencing, whatever the case may be. It automatically goes to her personal insecurities. Right? She says what? Go get Becky with the good hair. See what I mean? It immediately turned into a colorist, featurist, texturist, whatever they call it nowadays. It immediately went there with her, right? A lot of your relationships with these chicks did not work out, not always necessarily because of something wrong with you, the man. A lot of times it's their own personal bullshit and baggage that they have, and they have not corrected their mentality. Look at this chick, man. Imagine trying to be with her, man.
That's just it, and I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy, your hair is short.
See?
You should be happy where you came.
Who said anything about it? And look at the chick next to her, putting her finger up like, yep, you go, girl. And she says to him, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. right? Because once again, she in her mind, she's responding to him saying her hair was nappy, but he never said that, right? That's her perception of what he said because of that's how she views it. They're so psychologically damaged, man. These chicks, they're broken, and no one on the planet has the same level of obsession about their features and hair texture as the American black woman does. Not even in Africa do they have this issue. Like, I guess they have it to a degree, but nowhere near to this degree, where you can't even express that you don't like a short hairdo. Like, what the hell is this? Let's continue.
From. Period.
Can I start or you gonna interrupt me again?
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
You
But
still
you
don't-
can say what you want.
See that? That's the typical mentality of the American black female. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. And you wonder why a lot of their shit don't work out with men. A lot of their relationships don't work out with black men. They try to run off and get with men of other races. They bounce around to Chad and Rico Suave and all these other cats. And them shits usually never work out as well. A lot of these chicks, they go into lesbianism and that shit doesn't work out either because they have an issue psychologically and they refuse to acknowledge this, right? She told him immediately, I don't even want to hear what you have to say. That's the mentality that 98% of black women have towards their men, especially black men. They don't even want to hear what you have to say, right? So how are you supposed to work out anything with any of them? They don't listen to simple shit. Let's continue.
To say, but don't talk about black people here. So, let's hear.
Don't talk
So
about
again,
black people here.
her hairstyle, there's nothing wrong with it. So it's my preference, right? So if I'm here to date, I'm here to find someone for me. So I'm not dating multiple people. You're not dating multiple people. So my
Now you see, let him continue.
comment to her has no sort of significance on
I'm a
you.
black woman. If I want to wear my hair like hers one day,
See that, and once again, he's not able to accurately explain what it is that, what he actually means. He wants to say, he doesn't know how to put it in the correct words. Like he just said, there's nothing wrong with her style. There's nothing wrong with, how she's wearing it or her style of hair. What he wants to say, but doesn't really know how to articulate it, is that I'm not talking about her hair being nappy. She could have been a blonde, blue-eyed white woman standing there with bone straight hair and a very short in a very short hairdo, and he most likely would have said the same thing. I don't really like short hair. It's nothing about the texture. It's the it's the look of it based on the length. Right? Once again, look at the chick that was next to old girl. She clearly has kinky hair as well.
hey, what you gonna say? Oh, I don't like your hair. I'm gonna go date Becky up the street. Follow along. Thank
that?
you.
I'll say this, at the end of the day, are you here to find a man or are you here to be...
I'm not here to find you. I'm here to find someone that's gonna accept me, floss and all. And if you can't accept this young lady up
Sounds like you're here
here,
to find the sister code.
See that? Look, and listen to what she said. I'm here to find someone who's going to accept me with my flaws and all. She views her kinky hair as a flaw. Do you hear what she just stated? That's why I'm saying her response was based on an insecurity. I want someone that's going to accept me for my flaws and all. What are you saying is a flaw of yours? Your hair, right? It's your insecurity. Her own insecurity triggered her to go to hell in on this dude for no reason.
no.
So we can move
actually,
forward.
women,
We can move
we
forward.
are here, and
We
there's
can
a
move
lot
forward.
of black women that's lined up in here. So you can't talk about hair. It's not about the length or the texture. Know what you say before you talk to black women. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here.
Yeah, please. Let's
Your name and age.
Yeah,
I'm Kisu,
please.
and I'm 27.
And Kisu, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
For numerous reasons. The first one was the age.
Okay.
So I was like, Then the outfit, I wasn't a fan. And then I felt like that comment about her hair,
See?
cherry on top, very inappropriate.
See?
Yeah.
See, they're all perceiving what he said about her hair, because she wasn't the only one that mentioned it. It's just she had the longest she had the longest speech. Like, she gave a whole speech to this dude and really tried to go in on him, but she was totally wrong. She had no idea what she was talking about. But that'll do it for this video, man. Peace.